Hi, my name's Stephen Aiello. I'm a lecturer here in Auckland. Tom's asked me to do just a short video just to just talk to you guys about some of the changes I've made within my paper that I teach here. So I teach within the Paramedicine department at AUT, and I've been teaching one particular paper for a number of years now. And with the COVID crisis, I think this has given me an opportunity for not only development of ideas, but more importantly, and probably the hardest thing is the time to actually action those ideas. And I guess the problem lies with the paper that I teach in that it is very heavy theory content driven, with most tutorials being 3-4 hours in length, and some block courses up to 8 hours of me standing in front of a class talking theory. So this has always been a challenge for me as well as the students, because it's really important for me to try and make this an interactive and enjoyable experience. Now, you try your best, but it just wasn't working, in as much as the students would become tired, I would become tired, and as most of you guys know that attention span after a couple of hours tends to fade. So the idea was really to try and develop the theory in a way that gave me the time to be able to discuss the things I really wanted to discuss with my students. And what that meant is that I approached this with a flipped classroom approach, which is not new. It's been around for some time. And I delivered the content via online via a package called Adobe Spark, which is easy to use, intuitive, although with most software packages it does have its limitations. This would then be followed by a face-to-face hour, 2 hours at the most session, which was mostly case studies. What I found is that the students were able to watch the videos that I produced for them multiple times in order to get some context and understanding of the subject matter, some of the complexities of the subject matter, and then develop those ideas in the classroom, where we would provide some case studies. And these were in the form of, what's more relevant to paramedicine, these were in the form of simulations. So we would have a simulated patient presenting in a particular way. And what was really cool about this is that not only did it give context to the subject matter, but it offered a greater understanding for the student to develop ideas around the topics themselves. So I found that when I came into class, not all, but most students were prepped. And this developed into the case studies being more interactive. Quality was increased with regards to questions, and the students had a greater context and understanding and a development of ideas, which really was absolutely key to the subject. And it's given me something which in a roundabout way gives me the feedback that what I'm teaching them is actually understood. And more importantly, if it's not understood, then that gives them the opportunity in the case studies, with the context of the simulation patient that we give them, to actually start to tweak their ideas and understanding and ask questions within groups and individuals. And this has been working out really well. I think from a point of view of the benefits, well, for me, I found that the classroom was much more enjoyable. It was a more of a relaxed, less formal, less structured environment. And I think just because of the topic that I teach, which is about pediatrics and obstetric emergencies and geriatrics, there's no definitive right nor wrong to some of the answers. And this gave us the opportunity to actually delve deeper and critique some of the literature and analyze this in a way which you've never been able to do before. So not only was it enjoyable for me, but I certainly know that the students enjoyed it too. I guess more on a personal level, because I was no longer having to deliver long, heavily laden tutorials or lectures. It allowed me more free time for my own activities and research and development of ideas, which, as well, most of us know, is quite a premium at the moment. Students, the feedback I was given is that they really loved and enjoyed the consistent quality and message. So there was no deviation. I'd given them the factual detail, and whilst of course there's always going to be discussion that evolves from this, is that they always had something that they could refer back to, which is the videos. The student cohort this semester was 70. And some of those videos, some of those videos were watched 300-400 times. Subsequently, I found that grades improved by the end of the semester. I was also took a plunge and removed a end of semester final exam, and I've put this online into smaller chunks, in a sort of guise of multiple choice stroke long answer questions. And the students also enjoyed the flexibility of the software package that I use, the Adobe Spark, which can be viewed or listened to, and dependent on how one might develop this package, you can use it as an audio or audio-visual learning tool. So I tried to develop this so that the students could listen to this as a podcast streamed to their car radio on the way to uni, or at home with the audio-visual feedback by way of a home computer or laptop, or they can listen and or watch it on a mobile device. So it really offered flexibility with this sort of transferable technology. So I think from a future point of view, I'm really excited. I'm excited for next semester. I'm excited just to go back in and develop ideas, develop content, which is not necessarily going to put too much of a strain on me nor the students. More often than not, they have a week to review the literature that I've put up for them, and watch the videos or listen to the videos, and then we come into class and we really just we chat, and it's been a really positive experience for me. And I'm sure Tom's happy. I'll be happy for any of you guys to contact me if you're interested in how this works. Otherwise, I'll provide Tom with a link to one of the Adobe Spark lectures that I do and provide the students, and you can have a look and a play with it just to get a feel for how this works. But ultimately, I've reduced my class time. I've increased grades for students. I've got a positive experience for both students and myself. Consistent messages towards the student, which is really important. So we don't want confusion, and provided what I would hope to be not only more free time for the students, but also free time for me. Well, look, I hope that was helpful, and as mentioned, feel free to contact me if you want to discuss this any further. Other than that, good luck. Bye.